Hi guys and welcome back to my channel, and today I have another DIY video for you guys. On my Instagram stories, I can't remember who it was, but someone requested that I do some DIY videos. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made two different rosary necklace styled jewellery out of chains. These aren't designed to look real rosaries, they're just designed to kind of resemble a loose interpretation, but I have this one with a cross and I have this one that has O-rings on it because I like the kind of O-ringy style. I'm a huge fan of longer necklaces and I think these are really cool and they're super duper cheap. So let's get into it, shall we? So for this DIY you're going to need possibly some jewellery pliers. If you don't have these, don't worry, it's not necessary. Some really busted up nails, some jump rings, some charms. I'm using this cross and this pentacle, and some chain. I have a salted chain here because I want to make more than one, but if you're doing this you only really need one chain. Oh, and you're also going to need some jewellery pliers. So let's get into it, shall we? So to start out with, I looked at the basic construction of a rosary and I have one here for reference. So basically the way it works is there's a dangly chain here, then a split here, and then the rest of the chain goes up and around the neck. When creating a real Christian rosary, there's a certain amount of beads and spaces you need. Since I don't want this to be an actual real one, as I'm not Christian, I'm going to be following a basic outline of a rosary. So to start out with, I'm going to take my chain and I'm going to put it around my neck and I'm going to measure how long I want it to be. This is really dependent on you and how long you like your necklaces, and for me I like them quite long, so I'm going to do that. So now I have the length I want it to be, which is here. I'm going to take my wire cutters, jewellery pliers and just snip through. This is now the long section of my necklace. Now just taking the rest of the chain, I'm going to measure down from that point my necklace was for a small section of chain and cut it there. So now I've cut all the pieces, I'm going to decide which one of these I want to use. Because I think a bigger pendant will look better, I'm going to use this cross. If I had a bigger pentagram, I'd probably use that. So to start out with, I'm going to attach the small piece of chain to the big chain using some jump rings. Taking my jump ring like so and opening it up, I'm going to put it through one of the loops of my shorter chain here. And then also put it through the bottom loops of my longest chain. And now, because I actually need to look at it in more detail, I'm going to take it off camera just so I can look at the chain properly because it's really hard to do from quite a distance. Now that section's together, we're going to add the cross at the bottom. This will add a lot of weight to make sure the necklace is actually properly weighed down. So now taking a jump ring, I'm going to slide it through the hole of the cross and onto the chain, and then clamp it together using the pliers. And voila, that is how you make a chain rosary. You can apply this to any kind of necklace. If you have a heavier charm you want for the bottom bit, you can do that. I think I'm going to make a few more using some keys and different size chain, but that is really simple, and let's see how we did in the end. Second rosary DIY, you're going to need a lot less than you were before. For this one I wanted to do an O-ring kind of vibey one, so I'm going to use some thicker chain so I can get the O-ring through. A split ring O-ring, which is basically a key ring, and then an actual O-ring, which we'll get to in a minute. Possibly some jewellery pliers. If you don't have these, don't worry, it's not necessary. Some jump rings. So I'm going to cut the chain exactly the same way as in the previous one and then get back to you when that's done. Now cut it in exactly the same way I did before. We're not going to use any split rings or jump rings to put this together. We're going to use this key ring here. So to start out with, I'm going to connect the two bottom pieces of the necklace together. And all you have to do for that is open up the split ring with the loop from the chain and just attach it on like so. And repeat that for both sides. And you also do the same for the very bottom piece as well. So now to add the O-ring to the bottom, I'm going to wrap the chain once around the O-ring so it fits really nicely and snug. This will mean that it won't be going anywhere. Then I'm going to be taking a split ring and just attaching the chain to the rest of the chain. So just holding it through the O-ring like so, adding it to the bottom, and then making sure it's really snug around the O-ring, putting the loop through and sealing it off. And that is your O-ring rosary done. So guys, thank you for watching this video and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it was helpful for anyone wanting to make long necklaces, jewellery things. So stay safe, so don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget I post 3 times a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. So stay safe, stay dark, and I'll see you then. Bye!